Straight ahead on IU NewsNet Daily, Walnut Street is shut down as police negotiate with a man threatening to jump off a ledge.
The media school eliminates the IDS print edition as a part of the ongoing budget cut.
And this week is filled with IU victories as the women's golf team shot a program record score in tournament play.
All those stories and more.
IU NewsNet Daily starts right now. It's Thursday, October 10th. Welcome to IU NewsNet Daily. I'm Drew Stoltz.
And I'm Emma Meredith. Thank you for joining us. Walnut Street was closed earlier this week as Bloomington police talked a man down from an apparent suicide attempt from atop the 4th Street parking garage. A portion of Walnut Street in downtown Bloomington was closed to traffic and pedestrians as officers negotiated with the man threatening to jump. The tense situation lasted 25 minutes before they coaxed the man off the ledge. Luckily, no one was injured in the incident.
The media school plans to eliminate Indiana Daily's Student Weekly Print Edition beginning this spring. As a key part of its plan for student media, the media school says the move will help save money and help make a converged IDS, WIUX, and IU student television operation revenue neutral. The plan was announced publicly Tuesday afternoon prior to consultation with student media leaders and journalism faculty. Thus, most of the IDS staff were unaware of the change when it was announced. The media school planned meetings with both the IDS and journalism faculty the following day. The IDS is exploring options to save its print edition.
In Israel, thousands of people gathered to commemorate the first anniversary of the October 7th attacks. It's been more than a year since Hamas and other militant groups killed 1,200 people and kidnapped more than 250 others in southern Israel. Communities gathered earlier this week in the Negev Desert to commemorate the brutal attacks that came from the Nova Music Festival. Now a memorial site, the festival grounds are lined with tributes to the tragedy's victims.
A group of taxpayers are petitioning the Bloomington government to stop progress on the Monroe County Convention Center renovation. The group is led by resident Joe Davis, who is also running for councilor in the November 5th general election. The petitioners are calling for funds to be held until the group's demands are met. The group claims the board responsible for the renovations, the Capital Improvement Board, was, quote, unconstitutional. The city council is not obligated to take any action except to acknowledge it has received the complaint.
In southern Georgia, Indiana Task Force 1 is awaiting assignments on the heels of Hurricane Milton. According to WTHR, the 84-person team was first deployed ahead of Hurricane Helene and spent days helping in the aftermath of the storm. They're expected to fly into the Tampa area to assist with search and rescue efforts.
For the first time since AT&T's breakup 4 decades ago, the U.S. government is considering taking action against Google, alleging the search giant is guilty of being a monopoly. According to CNN, the Department of Justice proposed separating Google's search business from Android, Chrome, and the Google Play App Store. The recommendation follows a federal ruling that Google violated U.S. antitrust law with its search practices, labeling the tech giant as a monopolist. Google responded by calling the plan radical, arguing it could harm user experience while vowing to appeal the decision.
Indiana University has been recognized by Insight into Diversity. The country's largest and oldest inclusion publication in higher education honored both IU Indianapolis and IU Bloomington with the 2024 Higher Education Excellence in Diversity Award. This is the 10th consecutive year for IU Bloomington. In addition to the HEAT Award, IU Bloomington was also recognized with the Diversity Champion Award for the 8th year in a row.
There's no place like home if you can afford one. An $81 million construction project to build graduate student housing is in full swing. But as reporter Alyssa Galarno tells us, some graduate students have raised concerns about the project's cost.
The IU Board of Trustees approved a ground lease for the graduate student housing project in August of 2023. The site on 7th Street estimates to provide 394 beds by completion. Graduate students, however, are questioning the affordability of the $81 million project.
Even though those 3 jobs, I still would not be able to make enough to afford my portion of the rent, parking, and utilities.
IU's Vice President of Capital Planning and Facilities, Thomas Morrison, estimates rent to be between $1,315 to $1,834 a month. Morrison said affordable housing in Bloomington is a challenge regardless, however you define affordability. Graduate student Lexi Galt believes this attitude is what makes IU's living solutions unhelpful.
So when you have students that are making $23,000 a year, how are they going to be able to live near or around campus when you're only offering them housing that is basically their entire check?
Behind me here is the one acre lot of the former Poplars building, the same lot that future graduate students plan to call home. A design plan for the complex includes a lounge, study room, fitness area, and leasing office. The project will add to IU's existing 1,488 beds for graduate students.
Think about it. Either pay us more or subsidize that housing.
Thanks, Alyssa. Now we move on to sports where reporter Jack Bassett has a few updates for us. It's all to you, Jack.
Hey, thanks, Emma. You know what they say about records, right? They're meant to be broken, and that's exactly what the IU women's golf team did this week. So let's tee it off with sports with a historic performance from the green. The Hoosier ladies went 12 under par at the Illinois Women's Invitational, shooting a team total of 276. That's a new record for both single round score and single round 2-par score. Redshirt senior Caroline Smith found her groove, shooting 3 under on the final day. That's her lowest score of the season to tie for 17th overall. In a highly competitive field, the Hoosiers finished 9th overall with a team total of 860 over 3 days of golf action. That marks the 4th lowest 54-hole score in program history. That's not too shabby indeed. And you know what's just as impressive as breaking records? Come from behind wins. Let's see if the Hoosier men's soccer team could pull it off, down 2-0 entering halftime against Kentucky. After a slow start, the Hoosiers found some life, with sophomore forward Collins Oduro making a key steal from Kentucky, sending a perfect ball to number 10, Tommy Mahalik, who delivered a beautiful left foot finish to put IU on the board. Mahalik wasn't done yet, netting back-to-back goals to tie it up. Then the real magic happened. Collins Oduro again on the attack, serving up another perfect pass, this time to Michael Nessie, who blasted home the game winner. Kentucky heads home empty-handed, while the Hoosiers celebrate a big-time, come-from-behind 3-2 victory. And turning to IU basketball, where an IU fan favorite is taking his game to the next level. Former Hoosier basketball star Miller Kopp is one step away from making his NBA dream a reality. Kopp has signed with the Oklahoma City Thunder's training camp roster. The 6'2" forward played 2 seasons with the Hoosiers before graduating in 2023. Last season, Kopp suited up for the Thunder's G League affiliate, the Oklahoma City Blue, where he averaged over 8 points per game. Now the IU alum is competing for a spot on the Thunder's official NBA roster. We wish him the best of luck. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Big news for racing fans. IndyCar is shifting south and taking on the Lone Star State for some high-octane road racing in 2026. The NTT IndyCar Series will burn rubber through the streets of Arlington, Texas, in March 20th through the 26th, with a brand new 2.37-mile street race course. This never-before-seen street event comes from a powerhouse collaboration between Penske Racing, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Texas Rangers. This course will wind around the iconic AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys, and Globe Life Field, where the Rangers reside. Indy officials say they're thrilled to bring 230-mile-per-hour speeds to a new fan base and continue to grow the IndyCar spectacle beyond Indiana. I mean, there's nothing more Hoosier than Indy racing, right? Emma Drew, tossing it back to you.
Thanks, Jack. The Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology will celebrate its grand opening on October 19th on the IU campus. In addition to the festivities, there will also be refreshments and behind-the-scene tours. The William Mathers Gallery will also be opening its doors to feature 2 new exhibitions, Whispers from the Divide and the Divine Adornment Community Stories Belonging. The event is entirely free and all are welcome to attend. No registration is required.
Lace up those skates and hit the ice. Bloomington's Frank Southern Ice Arena is back in action for the 2024-2025 season. Starting this weekend, the rink operated by Bloomington Park and Rec is open to the public Friday through Sunday. Besides open skate sessions, you can catch local youth hockey games, cheer on the IU ice hockey team, and see Bloomington's Figure Skating Club in action all winter long. Skate rentals are available, and special events are planned through March. For tickets and details, head to the City of Bloomington's website.
The Middleway House has raised more than $29,000 during its Taylor Swift concert ticket raffle. The raffle put up 2 Taylor Swift Indianapolis concert tickets and was extremely successful. Middleway's board member Melissa Coleman organized the fundraiser and donated her own tickets to support the nonprofit. The raffle ran from August to October 1st and raised a total of $29,730. That does it for here in the studio today. Thanks for hanging out with us on IU NewsNet Daily. Join us on Tuesday to see the latest here in Bloomington and beyond.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X at IU NewsNet. Take care, and we will see you on Thursday.